Hi guys, this is Ramuna and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing another book review. I've really enjoyed doing these book reviews because they sort of push me into reading in depth rather than just reading mindlessly or just forgetting about them once I'm done reading. I'm not an avid reader, so I think more than anything you should take inspiration from me making these videos because in a way I'm pushing myself to read more or like just continue with the reading journey, no matter how slow it is. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the review. So the book that I recently picked up from my library is this one, An Artist of the Floating World by Kazuo Ishiguro. I didn't really read the synopsis when I picked it up because I am familiar with this author. I thought it would be a good one, so I just picked it up. But the previous two books that I read were slightly dystopian, so I was expecting the same from this one as well, but it is not. It is actually an inner monologue sort of themed book. The book is set in post-World War II Japan, and it explores the story of this veteran artist, and we sort of unravel his life journey through his relationship with his family, peers, colleagues, as well as with his country, Japan. Switches from switches in between present and the past. So we're sort of traveling with this artist through this passage of time, but not so much through an actual history because of course it is a novel, but through his memory, which is slightly vague. He explains that himself in the book. He states that in the book himself, so I think that's sort of a defining factor that he might actually be aging and losing his memory, because in many instances he just doesn't seem to recall a lot of things. So during his peak years as an artist, he explains about this floating world, which is referred to by him and his fellow artists because they are all taking inspiration, painting from this world, which is full of glitz and glam, booze, music, geishas and everything. And it's called Floating World because it's never static. Upon the arrival of dusk, it comes alive, and with the dawn, it disappears. So it's sort of like a whole new realm of these artists who are sort of cooped into this world away from the reality, actually a stark reality, because Japan is in the brink of going to a war, and these artists are just painting the world of beauty. And at one point the protagonist, he decides to go after a bigger calling, which he feels is to serve his country through his artwork as an artist. And in the process of doing that, he sort of makes work that incite pro-war and this nationalist propaganda sort of thing. It sort of has a hand in pushing Japan into war, because with his propaganda work, he sort of manages to instigate this nationalist sentiment within the citizens. But of course the consequences of the war were severe, which is why he finds himself constantly having this regret and also really questioning whether he was on the right side of the history or not. But his conviction that he did what he could with what he knew, which was being an artist, is pretty firm. So post-war, there's this stark difference between the Japan he lived in and the Japan he's living right now. With of course the Western influence, he's not able to accept this new reality. But you also do see that he's adapting and being slightly more open to change. So yeah, I think it touches on the inner conflict of doing what's right for you and also doing what's right for the others. And especially as an artist, when you're sort of burdened by many things as it is, I think there's always that lack of balance between doing what's right for yourself or just fueling into your own contentment, and then also seeking some form of validation or respect from the outside world. So yeah, I think as an artist myself, I could relate to his thought process quite a lot. As a father, he has 2 daughters, so I think it also made me reflect on my own relationship with my father, how I think in Asian cultures in general, how our relationship with our parents aren't so crystal clear and it's always slightly more traditional and conservative. Reading into his perspective was sort of an eye-opener for me, because as a parent, they really want nothing but the best for you, and though the approach might be slightly cold, I think it never really is. There's a lot of topics or themes within the book that could be explored further, but I think I'm gonna leave you with this for now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review, and keep reading whatever book that you love reading. Just get into the habit of reading, and I think in order to do that you have to pick something simple and something that you really enjoy. No shame and guilt in reading any book that you like. I think yeah. Bye.